What's up, guys? Welcome back to RollPlay R&D. Sean, I think it might have been hour 1, possibly hour 2, but you were going to tell a story. You told the beginning and end. You should tell the full story now before we jump back into this.
So the beginning was call JP because we're friends and we talk. End is JP's an asshole. In the middle is that I'd be in some really I was like,
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
What? That's like the perfect time to freeze.
Oh, the internet.
Oh,
Sean, we can't hear you.
Sean.
no.
We'll make up
Sorry.
for this with cats. We'll make up
All right,
for
like-
cats.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're
Test
back.
check,
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2.
Your camera's not working,
Yeah.
but you're back.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, my internet's been like cutting about every hour for just like a few seconds. But like, so I call JP and I'm like really involved in like some thought, like just sharing some concept that I'm like I feel really passionate about. And JP's listening, going, yeah. And then all of a sudden I hear.
It sounds like
playing-
this.
Hold on.
It sounds.
Oh my God.
I was doing this.
Oh.
Over
And
and
it
over.
was
Nice.
it was so loud. It wasn't like I heard off in the distance like a. It's like I'd be talking in a normal voice, and then she was like, "Oh God!" And he did it for like an hour, like every few minutes. Just like, Jesus! And he's like, "No, go ahead. That's really interesting. That's really cool. Yeah."
Nice.
I had no idea it was catching it that much. I was just passively like playing it. I guess the
some
mic
more?
was trying to catch up on the sound far away, so it was like honing in on it. It was
Dude,
quite
one
funny.
more time. Give us another one.
I mean, that's pretty much my extent of. I like watched videos on how to play this thing. There's like a 5-year-old playing the Super Mario song, and I was like, well, I can do that. It sounded nothing like it.
Negative, sir. Music is hard.
Yeah, man, this guy was so much better than me. But it's a pink Yamaha recorder. It looks very much like
Recorder. It
Willie's
makes
Willy.
me think of like 5th grade. That's
Yeah.
what recorders make me think of.
Exactly, that's what I thought of. But it works.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Sean?
He's
He's
back.
reconnecting.
He's back. Anyways,
So,
take it away.
here we are inside the interior of this tower. The ceiling is 40 or 50 feet up, and there's this spiral staircase, no railing on it, that curves all the way around the outside of this room. From back behind where you came from, there's an arched doorway with like some stone filigree carved in the shape of branches on the inside. The only light in here is coming from Fink's stone. So it's casting these incredibly stark shadows all over the inside of this tower. There's this staircase that's leading up. There's this trap door that's leading down. You've been hearing this increasingly growing moaning from inside of this tower. What do you do?
One thing that I want to do is I have the dead corpse of this bat creature next to
Yes.
me. Oop. All right, my lunch is here. I want to use my talk to dead spell on the dead creature.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll your cast a spell move, which I think is plus wisdom for you.
Oh, sorry, I gotta
Have we
refresh
ever
my.
seen your character do this before? Like as our characters?
No, you have no idea
So this
how.
will be
You,
the first time that we've ever
don't-
seen you do this.
yeah, you don't know about my stone knowledge. You don't know where I get things. You know that occasionally I touch things and just spout out things that I seem to know. And you generally assume that I just happen to know it. So sorry, I had to refresh the page because of the internet outage. How much do I roll?
Roll 2d6 plus your wisdom.
2d6 plus 2. Oh,
Ooh.
shit. Really?
Okay. You sit there bowing over the body of this creature. And you focus your spiritual power, the power of prayer, the desire to know hidden and secret things. And you channel it into this creature, and you feel this presence blocking you from connecting with this creature. And as you push on the spiritual power that's flowing through you, you feel your spell unravel, and your mind loses grip of this commune with dead spell, and you forget it. And at the same time, a cloud of frost billows up out of the trap door, and a leathery gray hand grabs the edge What do the rest of you do? You see Fink sort of stooped over the body of this bat-like silvery creature. You see this leathery hand grabbing the edge. You hear this from down in the trap door. What are you doing?
I'm immediately trying to discern the trap.
Discern the trap.
Disarm it, yeah.
There's no trap. It's a trap door, which is not a trapped door. It's a door in the ground
that just opens
sort
up.
of blasted open during that battle. So as far as you can see, there's not necessarily any trap right around, but you could discern realities if you wanted to.
I want to poke the hand with my rapier.
Okay.
So, do I roll? It's what, 2d6?
Like an 8-year-old with a stick. Here comes Duncan.
Plus your strength.
2d6 plus strength, so 2d6 plus 2. Let's see.
Yeah.
I did okay.
7. Okay, so you run over to this trap door and you strike downwards with your rapier. You catch this thing through the middle of its chest, and now that you see it, it's this terrifying, dead-looking corpse with this drawn face, and these like its lips are like peeled back from its teeth, and its eyes are burning bright blue. The air around it is terrifyingly cold. It's just this piercing cold, and as you stab into it, the cold races up and shocks your arm, races up your rapier and shocks your arm. You stab into it, and as you're trying to pull your rapier out, because the frost on this creature has sort of stuck your rapier into its body, it reaches up with the other arm and it like grabs your face and it pulls you down and it bites you on the cheek.
That's a cool story, but I was going to strike its hand as if it was going to let go of whatever it was holding and pulling itself up. Is that not something that could happen?
Well, so like now that you're over by this trap door, there's clearly a stair that's leading down. So the hand is just sort of resting. It's not a load-bearing hand.
Okay. Well, shit.
So yeah,
It's not a load-bearing hand. That's awesome.
You stab it pretty furiously through the arm, through the hand. It detracts its hand, but it pulls at your head with its other hand, bites you on the side of your face. You take 1d8 damage.
Okay. I'll roll that 1d8. I take 6.
6. And that your armor does resist part of that.
Okay, so I take 5.
Yep. And roll plus con to defy danger.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 1. 11. Nailed it.
All right.
I hope I nailed it.
Yes, you did nail it.
Okay. So I'm at 15 HP, and I do d6 damage to it, right?
Yeah.
Roll d6. 1 damage.
Okay.
Oh,
beautiful.
no.
Well, you stabbed it in the hand, and it looks like it just doesn't really even sort of react to that. Like, it sort of looks at its hand and clasps it around your rapier, and that's why it sort of got stuck in this creature for a second.
Yeah.
I want to call you Emberly. Oh my God! But your name is
Belle for
Lobelia.
Belle.
Belle.
Belle
You see all this go down. What are you doing?
Man, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. So while Duncan is beating it with its stick very lightly,
Hey, this is a
am-
finely crafted rapier. It's not a stick.
I am applying golden root to one of my throwing daggers.
Okay.
And if you don't know what golden root is, it is the target treats the next creature they see as a trusted ally until proven otherwise.
Mm.
And I'm just readying that, so I guess.
Okay, so you smear your what? What are you touching with this golden root poison?
My one of my throwing daggers.
Okay. How do you apply that? What does it look like?
I guess like I would pull out a little vial and I would just dip my dagger in it
Okay.
lightly.
Cool. And
He's
lady,
getting mauled, and you're like unscrewing the vial. I gotta fix this problem.
Lady Amsel, what are you doing while this is going down?
Well, of course, after Lady Amsel sort of recovers from all this, is the creature like clearly back inside the trap now?
It's in the trap door, which is down in the roots of the tree and leads down below this tower.
Okay. So, can't I just close the door?
Yeah.
I wish to
Absolutely.
just simply close the door.
Roll plus your strength to see how hard you close the door on
Oh,
this thing.
great, because you know how powerful I am.
Give it all you got, Amsel.
That's awesome.
7.
Okay, so you slam this door down on this creature's head. You don't think it did any damage to it, but you're
it
sort of
did.
like
It did.
you're like jumping up and down on this trap door, and this creature is like getting crushed down, and its arm is still out of the trap door, sort of like clawing around in various directions, and it reaches up and it just like pulls at your leg, and it's got like wicked sharp fingernail claw things. They're like thick and gross and icy, and you feel the creeping ice of its grasp like seep up your leg. So roll 1d8.
Oh my god.
While he's doing this, what does the interaction do to me? Because are we going with the storyline that my head was next to where this thing?
Oh, you managed to like whip your head back out of
Okay.
its jaws.
I just
and,
was
like,
making sure that he wasn't like jumping on my head.
No,
making
he's
sure-
not slamming it on your head. You managed to get out of that particular
Perfect.
precarious situation. So roll that 1d8, Lady Amsel.
2.
All right, you take 2 damage from the claw grasping at your leg, and then you stomp on the trapdoor one last time, and it pulls its hand back in, and you hear this moan echo out, and then you hear like a second moan overlapping the first one. The trapdoor is closed. The four of you are upstairs above this trapdoor, which Lady Amsel is standing on. What do you do?
Darn it.
Well,
I step onto the door and be like, I just gotta look around the room.
So I
Okay.
I let
I'm a
go
little
of the,
disappointed because I wanted to basically charm that thing.
Belle, I know you're disappointed, but I'm concerned that these enemies might be far too powerful for us to take on.
I just like kind of roll my eyes and just sit while I'm like looking around trying to see what else is up the spirals.
Okay.
What do we wish to do?
You look up the spiral stairs, and the stairs are pretty worn down. A couple of them look so worn that they're almost like shiny with the age and the wear in the middle of them. And they arc up around the side of this tower up about 50 feet. They do 2 turns around the room, and they disappear up into the ceiling. And you have no idea what could be up there. You don't hear anything around there. You hear like the scraping of claws against this trap door that Lady Amsel is standing on. But other than that, that's what you see.
Do we, can I discern, can I see if there's any other traps around here? If I wanted to?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your trap roll. While you're looking around the room for traps, like what are the other 3 of you doing? Are you like all on top of this trap door trying to hold it down from these creatures who are trying to like bash upwards?
I'm there with
underneath
Amsel.
Is there anything around here that we can put on the trap door?
You glance around, and there's a couple of silvery branches of the tree that are. Lobelia, you just rolled 2d8.
Oh, sorry.
There's a couple silvery branches of the tree, Lady Amsel, that you could grab and sort of shove into like a ring and then under a root in order to try and keep this trap door closed. So,
Well, that sounds
Lobelia,
like a great idea, but the last time I grabbed that tree, you made it come alive and deal a great deal of damage to me.
So I say, well, this might be heavy enough, and I pick up the corpse of the bat and I drop it onto the trap door.
the corpse of the bat weighs about 2 pounds.
I look at Fink and I'm like, Fink, I think some things might be heavier to you than they are to this door.
While I'm like looking around, I kind of giggle because I just noticed, I heard Fink say that.
Yeah. Lobelia, you can ask one of those questions. Go ahead and ask. Under your trap expert move.
What else is hidden here?
Okay, so you look around, you look at the stairs, you look at the doorway that you entered from, you look at a couple of the dark windows that are high along the ceiling, and you take a quick glance through the trees, or through the branches. You recognize very clearly that there's actually nothing else hidden in this room, in this tree especially. There are no other creatures lurking in the branches.
All right. So while they're trying to deal with that, I come back down. I guess, because I guess I was climbing up the tree, kind of like looking.
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Okay.
You could have been climbing the tree to look at this.
Okay. I come back down the tree and I'm like, well, it looks like there isn't anything else around here, so this is the only thing we need to deal with. And I'm not sure how we're gonna go up or down or which direction we'd want to go. But it seems that Lady Amsel, are you wanting to leave?
Oh, we don't have to leave. I'm simply concerned that there is a giant skeleton his touch is quite chilling, I must say. And
From below you,
Do you think you could let his arm out once more?
you hear this thump, thump, thump.
actually,
Is that the
want-
skeleton doing that?
it's I like to play games back in the day, and there's an old game that we would play, and we just called it simply Magic, and we made these cards out of parchments, and from this game I discovered that usually ice is weak against fire. So I'd like to take a look at my sphere of smoke and fire and see if perhaps it might help us in this situation.
Ooh.
I'm just staring at Amso and I'm like, I'm just like rubbing my chin.
And I'm like, that's one way to take care of it. I really want to play this game that you're talking about. But
Someday.
I
I'll
have
teach it
something
to
of
you.
my own, and I kind of like wave my dagger around. And I would assume Lady Amsel knows exactly what's on my dagger, right?
I don't know.
Or
Does she?
do
Have
you
you
know
have
anything
you
about
made
poisons?
this known to your allies?
No, I haven't, I guess.
Okay, then yeah, she doesn't know.
I'm
Anyway,
like, I think she wants to
Lady
stab him.
Amsel, would you roll plus your intelligence to see if you can divine the purpose behind this
Sure.
sphere of smoke and fire?
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
You level up though,
I leveled.
Mark,
Yay.
right? Because that's your final.
Lady Amsel sort of gets this
Oh,
distant
dear.
look in her eyes. She pulls out this sphere and she starts gazing into it longingly. And then like from below, this heaving like slam from below just throws the trapdoor open. Lady Amsel and Duncan both go flying. Both of you defy danger using your dexterity.
Okay.
So you have to roll that, right?
Yes.
Marcus, you can go first.
2d6 plus 0, but I take a -2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 7.
Wait, why do you take
Okay.
a -2?
9.
Because the poison.
Oh, Lobelia, you don't need to defy danger because
Oh,
you're not
it's-
on the trapdoor.
Okay, it's Duncan, right? Duncan.
Yes,
Because of the
Duncan.
poison. Oh.
Yeah, because of the poison from
Fuck.
the bat creature. Duncan. Okay, so
kind of a
Duncan,
taller
you
person.
topple forwards over the lip of this door, and you land prone right in front of 2 of these frost-covered revenants, and they immediately grab you and like sink their claws and bites into you. You take 1d8 plus 1 damage.
Okay.
Roll that for me, please.
Please be low. Not bad.
6.
I'm at
Your
9
armor
HP now.
negates
Oh, I'm
however
at,
much of that is appropriate.
Yeah, I'm at 10 HP then.
Yep. And Lady Amsel, you take 1d4 damage from falling. As you gaze into this sphere, it appears to you that this is a frozen chunk of fire and smoke. And so, as you're flying through the air, displaced by these strong hands from below, it occurs to you that this sphere probably won't help in this particular situation.
Okay.
And your head cracks against the tree with a strong thud.
I take 1.
Okay.
Steve,
At
I
least
get
you're
XP
rolling
for
ones
my.
in those situations.
Yeah,
That's
right.
nice.
Mark, you get into the horrible situations and get a little like scratched and nicked.
Yeah, you get XP for that.
Okay, finally the first XP.
Can I ask about on leveling?
Yeah.
How that works, because that means that when I'm ready to, I can prepare an additional spell, right, from level 1.
Yep.
And then I also get to choose from the advanced moves list.
Yes. But you'll be able to do that when you camp.
Okay, cool. That's perfect.
So Fink, you've seen all this happening. Lady Amsel is lying on the floor. Duncan is being like mauled by these grotesque, undead, frost-covered creatures. What are you doing?
So I wanna step in and help. I don't
Okay.
like Duncan but it's more important to jump in and help Lady Amsel's cracked her head, but Duncan seems to be in a worse spot. So
Yeah.
let me see what my options are.
Now you
You
could.
can call out which one you're attacking too, and then I can,
Yep.
and you can
You
even
could
tell
deliver-
me to do the other.
You could deliver an attack. You could coordinate your attacks or split your focus. You could try to turn undead. You could cast a spell.
What? Turn undead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a cleric, man.
You're a
That's what
cleric.
it's all about.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh. I blush a little bit, and then I tell Belle, quickly distract the revenants, and then I begin to turn undead.
All right. Bill, are you doing anything to distract these creatures?
Sure.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm going to throw my dagger, the one
Yeah.
with the golden roots,
Yeah.
at one of them. Probably the
Right.
farthest one away.
Okay. So there's one of them that's like right on top of Duncan, and there's one that's behind, just sort of clawing and reaching around the body of the other. So throw your dagger, roll that volley plus your dex.
Come on.
8.
Okay. So you either have to move to get the shot, placing you in a danger of my choice, or you have to take what you can get, minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots and reduce your ammo by 1.
Okay, minus 1d6 damage is fine.
All right. So roll your damage and minus 1d6.
So is that
It's
1d8
1d8 minus...
Minus 1d6. Yep.
plus 2?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would roll the... I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Slash roll space 1d8 minus 1d6 plus 2. Should work, I think.
Oh, really?
I think.
Let's roll 1d... Well, it's 1d8 plus 2, right? Minus
Minus 1d6.
1d6. Let's see if that works.
Look at that. You minus 2d6.
So let's take the 3 and call it a day.
I'm going to say your 2d6 was a 4. So that's 5 plus 2 is 7 minus 4 is 3 damage total.
I don't care about
So-
the damage. All I care is that the golden roof gets on him, so...
Yeah, let's see here. So that's and 2, and then that was 4 damage. Yeah. Yes, your dagger flashes into his chest, bearing the golden root poison, and at that moment, Fink, you hold your holy symbol aloft. Roll plus your
Hold
wisdom.
on, what is his holy symbol?
It's
It's
my.
that.
It is the glowing blue gem at the tip of my staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll plus your wisdom to turn undead.
Roll 2d6
Yeah, 2d6 plus your wisdom.
plus 2.
Yeah.
You should do it on the one that's not mine.
Ooh.
10.
Oh yeah. So
Good
Fink
job.
advances, and this holy light bursts forth from the tip of his staff. This blue light suffuses the air around him, and he steps over Duncan, and the creatures both shrink back, shrieking as they go. And you see like their skin begin to steam and melt as they back out of this glowing blue sphere of light. That's just like 3 feet around Fink. So you're standing there over Duncan. One of them, the one with the dagger in it, looks at you, and sort of this weird, disgusting creature, and a change comes over its face, and you don't really know what it means. But there's still these 2 creatures. You're standing there, channeling the power of your god through your staff, the power of what's his name, Garand, through your staff. So momentarily, they just both back off and like pass their hands in front of their eyes and scowl. Duncan, what do you do now that you've got these creatures off of you?
Can I arcane art to heal myself?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Ooh, actually,
I don't think I can, right? It says
ooh,
choose
I don't
an
think
ally.
so. Choose an ally and an effect. Sorry, you're gonna have to rely on your cleric for that.
Duncan.
I just kind of like
My hip hurts over here.
Like, it's been hurting for years. I kind of like just step back and I play a tune to heal Lady Emsel.
All right. So roll plus your charisma on that one.
All right.
Play us a tune, JP.
I gotta roll first, hold on.
Okay.
To see how the tune goes.
Yeah, to see how good it is. All right, that's not too bad.
What is it? So, do I just roll to heal them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You heal 1d8 damage, straight up.
7.
Oh,
Very nice.
good job.
Lady Ansel, you feel the invigorating power of this song. And JP,
She's
what does that
dancing.
song sound like?
It sounds like this single note. It just goes.
That no, I don't think that's. I don't think
You
that's
don't think
right.
it goes like that?
I think it was a song. I don't think it was one note. I recall it
it
being
was like-
kind of a longer.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's like that.
Lady Amsel, you feel completely invigorated from this.
Yes.
Your wounds begin to stitch together. Now, Duncan, their glowing blue eyes turn towards you and flash with a dangerous light.
A dangerous light where I take damage, or am I just like, wow, that's dangerous?
You're just like, wow, that looks unsettling.
Okay.
Both of them start sort of working their fingers in this like weird, crackly, twisty fashion in front of them, and you see like the air in front of them begin to congeal into a shard of ice.
Oh boy.
Let's find out what Lady Amsel is doing right now.
But I feel
you finally
quite
recovered
good.
from the crack to your head.
Yes. Well, I suppose I will fire a magic missile at one of these abominations.
Yes,
I like
the
that
magic
idea.
missile. Don't do it at the one that's our friend.
So, which one are you attacking? Are you attacking the one with the dagger sticking out of its chest, or the one that JP stabbed in the hand?
Oh, the one that JP stabbed in the hand.
Wonderful. Roll plus your intelligence.
All right, 2d6 plus 2. 8.
8. Choose one. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. I will tell you how. The spell disturbs the fabric of reality. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you prepare spells. Or you forget the spell.
So if I were to choose, I draw unwelcome attention to myself, I still keep the spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will choose to draw unwelcome attention or put myself in a spot.
Okay. You run around to the front side of this trap door, just inside of the blue glow of light near Fink, and you utter a powerful word, and your magic missile flies forth. Can you tell us what it looks like when you cast this spell?
Well, I put my hands out and this glowing blue energy starts forming at my fingertips. It's kind of like when you rub your feet on some mossy, carpet.
Yes. There is carpet in this world, by the way.
There is. It's quite mossy, and then an electrical charge starts to build up in my hands, and I unleash it
Yes.
as it flies towards the target.
And you deal 2d4 damage to your target, so roll
That's
your
right.
damage.